Hi Virgo, welcome to August. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I'm going to call in some good energy. So let's see. This month in August, we have a full moon in Aquarius on August 3rd. Uranus goes retrograde on August 11th until January 10th, I think. And then we have a new moon in Leo, which is happening in your 12th house on August 18th. So let's see what the cards say. We'll get into the astrology later. What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships for the month of August? What is coming up for Virgo? What is coming up for Virgo in terms of love and relationships? What does Virgo need to know? The Empress. Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Strength card, the King of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Oh, and the card underneath is the Hermit, which we'll put here. So let's see. You have the Empress. You're starting the month off as the Empress. This is a card of abundance and creativity, home, family, children. You could be focused on home and family. You could be thinking about a creative project or even a relationship. You're focused on like security and abundance. The Queen of Pentacles is about, material things. She works hard for her money and she cares about security. So I feel like you're starting the month out in a state of abundance. And it could be because of a new beginning that recently happened in your life. You have the Fool here, which is putting you on a whole new path. Maybe you've left something behind and you're thinking about starting a brand new cycle. You might have, because you have the Knight of Wands here. You could have changed jobs or changed your residence or moved into a new situation, a brand new situation. And you might be feeling, it might even be a new love because you have this Page of Cups here. The pages can represent children, and if it's a child, the Page of Cups represents a sensitive child. If it's a relationship, it could be a relationship at the beginning stages when you're still in the feeling mode, when you're still wanting to, so you could be wanting to communicate your love to someone. If you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with is helping you to feel secure. Someone who really cares about family. The Queen of Pentacles can be you as a Virgo, but it could also be that you're dealing with someone who could be a Taurus or a Capricorn even, just another earth sign. And if this Wands, this Knight of Wands, you could have left behind someone that was not reliable. I feel like you might be moving out of something that was once good but it's no longer fulfilling. And moving towards something that's more secure. You might have left a fire sign for some of you. Maybe this person promised you a lot but was kind of flighty, not always delivering on their promises, or maybe they moved away, or change jobs, because this card is about travel and adventure and changing, changes. But it's no longer, it's like moving away. So you could have changed jobs. Some of you might have changed jobs, moved into a new position, or a job that required you to move into a new location, change your residence. And I feel that right now you might be working on, you're wanting to communicate your feelings to someone. And the Strength card is about taming the beast within. It's about controlling our emotions, not going to extremes of emotion, not overreacting to things, not using learning how to control your anger. So you might be thinking about either you're dealing with someone who has anger issues, or you're trying to work on your own anger issues. And you might be going through some type of counseling. Or you could be helping someone who has been wounded, who's going through a difficult time. You might be helping them heal. There could be a relationship where you can salvage the relationship through counseling, and counseling would help. But if there's a problem in a relationship, it's due to someone's anger and overreaction. Like you might be with someone who doesn't know how to communicate to get their needs met in a healthy way. They have to be angry, like they're always blowing up over things. So that could be either you or your partner. And one of you might have decided that you need counseling to help you deal with those emotions, to help you deal with that anger. You have the King of Wands here, so I feel like this is a card about leadership. So you could be dealing with someone who is very outspoken and very confident, very not afraid to speak their mind, maybe a little bit over the top at times, a little bossy. But they have a generous heart. It's just that they like to they're kind of controlling. They like to tell people what to do. You need to do this, you need to do that. And you may have doubts about this person. Like you're wondering, should I stay and work this out? Or you have the Eight of Cups here. Do I need to move on? Maybe this was once good, but now it's no longer serving me, or it's, the thrill is gone. And you're thinking about, maybe I should move on to something that's a better fit. You have the Six of Pentacles here in your wish fulfillment sector. That sometimes comes up when there's an imbalance in the give and take in a relationship. So even though you're really devoted to your family, and you're in a situation of abundance, there's an imbalance in the give and take. One person's doing all the giving. You might be giving more than you're receiving in a relationship, and you're wanting more. You have the Ace of Pentacles here in your environment. That usually comes up when there's a job offer there's a job opportunity, or a potential for, so maybe either you or a partner might be getting a new job, or you might be offered a new job that's going to pay more money, so you'll feel more financially secure. There could be a message coming with the Page of Cups. Pages are sometimes, if they're not children, if the page is a child, it's a very sensitive child. So he somehow is mixed up in this relationship. So even if you're thinking about leaving, a part of you is concerned about how that's going to be affecting the child. For others of you, it could be that you're in a new relationship and you're wanting to communicate your love, or or even if you're in a committed relationship, it's a message of love, usually the Page of Cups. So someone may be wanting to communicate their love. Either you're trying to let someone know how you feel, or you might receive a message of love from someone else. I feel like you can salvage the relationship if you're having some problems, but it's going to involve counseling. But I think that would help, because you might be dealing with someone who has self-esteem issues also. Now the Ace of Pentacles, that's definitely opportunity, tangible results. It could be money coming in that's going to help you to feel secure, a new job, You might be leaving something. If you're not leaving a relationship, you could be leaving a job behind because a new offer comes in that's more in line with what you want to do in life. And this is actually a time card for December, January, February. So I think you're going to spend August doing a lot of thinking and making decisions, taking time out, because you have the Hermit here. The Hermit card is actually the card of Virgo. It's about taking time out and really thinking about what is right for me. What do I need in a relationship? What do I need in a career situation? Maybe you've been struggling with a problem by yourself, feeling alone, feeling like you have no support. Even though you do, you have family that's surrounding you, that cares about you. But you feel like you have to solve this problem on your own. You can't reach out to anyone. Maybe you're afraid to reach out. And you're taking time out to listen to that inner voice, to figure it all out. Sometimes the Hermit, though, comes up when you do go to when you go to a professional for advice, like a counselor or someone whose opinion you respect. So there could be some issue that needs to be fixed in a relationship or resolved before you make a decision about whether you're going to stay or go. And it has to do with around an imbalanced give and take, or someone's anger, someone being too over the top, too bossy, too controlling. And you're doubting if, maybe a part of you is doubting if they'll even change. Is this possible? Or should I just cut my losses and move on? Because I see this 8 of Cups. It's like you really want something that's more fulfilling. So this could be either you're moving away from a person, a relationship, or you're moving away from a career because some new opportunity comes up that actually speaks to you, that you feel is a better fit. But like I said, this is going to happen more towards the end of the year. So right now you're just trying to make things work, and you want to preserve your security. You care very much about family and security, financial security. But if a job offer comes up where you're making enough money that you don't have to depend on a partner's income, you might make a decision to walk away at that point if things have not been resolved. Because I feel like something needs to be healed in a relationship. And if you can heal it, great. Then you can have this new beginning with each other. If not, then you might make the decision to walk away. So let's see, what the astrology is saying for this month. So Virgo, your full moon happens in your 6th house, 6th and 12th. So 6th house is the house of employment, your day-to-day job. So it could be possible that something is coming to completion around work. 6th house is also health. It could be a health issue that is, you're completing a treatment or you're completing a cycle that involves health or employment. 12th house is also involved because the sun is in the 12th. When the sun's in the 12th, you may feel like you don't really feel like being out there. You might feel like being alone with your thoughts. The sun in the 12th is kind of like the hermit mode. It's like a dark night of the soul. You want to take time out to think and to connect with yourself. Not being pulled in a million directions. So if family or partners are pulling you in different directions, you may need a time out, like go off by yourself to really do some psychological work or soul searching. Uranus is in the 9th house, and it's forming a T-square to this energy, this full moon. And the 9th house is about long-distance travel, higher education, your belief systems. So there could be some surprise, even some legal situation. There could be surprise developments around higher education, around travel, or even some legal issue that has to be taken care of that comes out of the blue. Mars is in your 8th house, so there could be a crisis that happens, or some activity that happens around a partner's income. Maybe certain expenses are coming up and you have to spend more money. Or there might be some kind of conflict around resources. You know, how much money are you spending? How much money are you taking in? Is it a fair, contribution? Like, are you giving as much as your partner? Are you giving more than your partner? Are you paying for everything and the other partner is not? Or it could be vice versa. Maybe your partner is paying for everything. So there could be some conflict around money. Also, you have Mercury in the 11th house opposing Saturn in the 5th. So there could be some negotiations around children, or negotiations with romantic partners, friends, where you feel restricted in some way. Like everything in life has been all work and no play. You're not having any fun. Children could feel like a burden to you, or you have obligations that you have to fulfill with them. Maybe certain contracts that need to be resolved around children, or around a creative project. And with Saturn opposing Mercury, you feel like you can't speak up, like you don't have any rights, or you're afraid to speak up about what you need. Saturn is like a blocking influence in Capricorn. So you feel like your activities are restricted because of some obligation that can be around either a romantic partner or or children that you share. Now, Venus is moving into is in your 10th house at this full moon, and it's conjunct the North Node. So there could be some creative project that is calling to you. You're feeling like you're driven to take this new path that involves creativity. So you might be, if you're changing jobs, the new job is going to be more creative. It's going to use your talents more. It will be hard work because of Saturn in the 5th, but it will bring you recognition and honor. Neptune's in the 7th, so you have to be careful in partnerships when Neptune's in the 7th, that you're not being victimized by a partnership, or you're not, trying to save someone that's draining you. That's especially because it's squaring Jupiter, and Jupiter's in your 5th house. So either your children are draining you in some way, they're demanding a lot from you. Maybe you're taking care of them too much, or you're not giving them enough. Like you're doing too much for them. There's an imbalance. And you need to let them stand on their own 2 feet a little bit more. Let's see. But at the same time, Jupiter is sextile Neptune. No, wait a minute. Jupiter is, let's see, it's in your 5th house. Neptune's in your 7th house. So, it's possible that you're overdoing it when it comes to either a romance or children. You're giving too much, or you're, idealizing them. You're not seeing them in their true light. Now the new moon in Leo is happening in your 12th house. So you have an opportunity to confront some psychological baggage and have a new start, to release some old baggage. The new moon brings in a new cycle. And the only problem with this new moon is that it's great because it's trining Mars in the 8th house. So if you really wanted to work on any kind of issues that have been buried deep in your psyche, now's the time to confront your demons, is confront your blockages, confront whatever you feel like maybe a hidden enemy, or even your hidden enemies within yourself, where you self-sabotage. I think counseling would really help you. Saturn in the 5th, though, you may feel like it's all work, like you're working really hard and you don't have time for fun, or whatever your commitments are around children have become a burden. It's time for seeing the truth around creativity, around children, around a new romance, romantic partners. Now, Venus moves into the 11th house in Cancer, and it's sextile your sign at this new moon. And it's in the 11th house. And it's sextile Uranus in the 9th house. So it could bring a new, well, with the 11th house, it could bring a new friendship or a new partnership. You might be making some new friends with people from around the globe, people who are involved in higher education, spirituality. You might be connecting with people from a distance. Could be a long-distance romance if you're not attached to anyone. Or you could be just joining new groups that expand your horizons in some way. And if you're communicating, if you're teaching or learning, you could be learning more about technology. You could be doing art that has, like digital art, or something that involves science. If it's love or money, you could be using technology or marketing or internet in an innovative way to bring in more income, to bring in more creativity in your life. Jupiter in the 5th it's practically conjunct Pluto. It's really close. So there could be some intense, if it's a romance, there could be power struggles or intense feelings. And if you're dealing with children, you could have, there could be some power struggles around children. Maybe you're being, one of you is being more too obsessive, or your children are transforming your life in some way. There could be some major changes around children, around creativity. If you have a message to get out, you could be communicating in a more powerful way through art or creativity or self-expression. Maybe you feel that need to do that. And Jupiter brings luck wherever it goes. So if there's something that you want to work on that has to do with creativity, it could bring in more money and opportunity. You could be feeling more creative. And this could be a good thing. Now Mars is squaring Saturn at this new moon. And where's your Mars? Let's see. Mars is in the 8th house, squaring Saturn in the 5th. So you may have some challenges around other people's money or resources. There could be some conflicts, or you may feel like, I want to go ahead and do this, but I can't because I'm being held back. Either you're afraid to express yourself creatively, or you have obligations surrounding family and children that are blocking you, that are not giving you the freedom to, or expenses, unexpected expenses could come up around involving those, involving creativity or children. So you really may feel like, I don't have the money. Like, I want to do these things, but I don't have the money. I need more resources. So you might be working hard to try and get support, financial support, so that you can work on this project, so you could start something. But you need finance, and I think it will come. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. So if you're looking for some kind of financial support and you put the effort in, you might get it by the end of the year. And that'll help you to move on from something that is no longer fulfilling and maybe take a new path in a career situation. So I feel like this month you're going to be really thinking about, how can I even the scales in my life, in a relationship, or even a career situation. If I'm giving too much and I'm not getting enough reward, what can I do to make that, to change that, to help that, and if there are certain blocks within me that I need to work on and let go of, that's something that's blocking my success, how can I work on that? What do I need to do so that I can free myself to find more fulfilling work, to find a more fulfilling relationship, and not feel stuck or trapped, to embrace the new, and to feel like I'm expressing my best self. So those are the issues that you're going to be dealing with. And maybe counseling would help. You get at the blind spots that are, we all have our blind spots. And sometimes you need to have another party, a third party, take an objective look at your life and help you to see things that you wouldn't normally see on your own. So that's my forecast for August, Virgo. I hope this reading was a help to you. If you like the reading, click on the like button or click on the subscribe button. And if you'd like a personal reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website. And we can get you on the schedule, and I can do a reading based on your specific situation and go more in depth with that, since this is a general reading. So I want to say thank you for everyone who's been supporting this channel. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, purchasing readings. I really value and appreciate your support. And I wish you the best for August, Virgo. You've got good things coming toward the end of the year. So don't give up the fight. Keep your eye on the goal, and you'll get there eventually. And I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.